build a canvas to shape the world in which I can paint a thorough inner vision of my spirit. Life's resolution makes a picture color vivid. The best reflection of who I am is to where I wanna be with my present raps and contentment. Beautiful when mixed with faith in the future distant. Finding what I conjure up, deposit in my piston, what it takes to be persistent. Slivers of my knuckles from against the grain, live a little bit of pain with it. Gills breathe liquid, adapt to habitat. Submerged in liver water, part of where the party's at. I still keep persistent, past no turning back. I work at being strong, adopt the heart to top me back. Come on, understand, y'all. Sort of on a different plan, y'all. Focused on the task at hand. That's right. If you're sitting, you gon' have to stand and get into it because the feeling is mad. And we about to turn it down. Yo, we just don't stop and it just don't quit. Let the rhythm hit and once we get it in, just consider it done.
Every story I tell, vividly descriptive like the prophet Ezekiel. Storm the gates of hell, think up on my mellow Dell. He be the ill style master, hook up the DSL to retrieve the file faster. Now let the song load, nothing but strongholds on my pull down menu. Might go a full round, then you smack the canvas, back twisted your vanquish. Tried to wax eloquent, but couldn't master the language. You inarticulate. Wordsmith, I forge a hammer, then I split a brick with it. I'm sick with it, meticulous. Defy the laws of physics, make you look ridiculous like rail tails on Honda Civics. This is on my check, strike the mic and replace it with reality. That is if you can face it. Get back to basics, might need to make some evasive maneuvers. Guys in my corner, kid, you deal with me and you deal with the two of us.
Understand, y'all. Sort of on a different plan, y'all. Focused on the task at hand. That's right. If you're sitting, you gon' have to stand and get into it because the feeling is mad. And we about to turn it down. Yo, we just don't stop and it just don't quit. Let the rhythm hit and once we get it in, just consider it done. Yo, no longer just a brick in the wall. My image evolved from hushed over to sitting up tall. Attentive with the pen and the vision and script and a mission image written 3-dimension vivid. So body and spirit, listen. Feel, touch, taste, embrace, experience. Life, love, overwhelmed with the senses that you're feeling with. I'm just a little bit in depth with the life that I'm dealing with. I decided I'm likely to find some rest here soon. Lay down, revitalize. The movement of the music in unison with my vital signs. In tune with the tools I use. Proving it's mind to mind. Capable and competent. Common sense is the dominant response. We're not concerning. Learn about the balance. Chip off the building block. Harmony's a palace. Living in the grotto where solitude is the motto. While hoping to be a model for selected few to follow suit. Understand, we're sort of on a different plan. Focused on the task at hand. If you're sitting, you gon' have to stand and get into it because the feeling is mad. And we about to turn it down. Yo, we just don't stop and it just don't quit. Let the rhythm hit and once we get it in, just consider it done. Understand, y'all. Sort of on a different plan, y'all. That's right. The feeling is mad.
Switch it up on y'all ass for a minute. King of Pop. Yes, sir. Rest in peace, Michael.
They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. We got to flip it on y'all every once in a while. Little Michael Jackson. This is a Man Talk Monday. Thank you for joining me on the show. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. I see my cuzzo in the chat room, Champion Rivers. Happy New Year, cuzzo. Speaking of Rivers, my other little cousin, Derek Rivers, and the Youngstown State Penguins, they went down this weekend. They went down hard, boy. So Champ may not even know, John Rivers, our cousin John Rivers, his son Derek Rivers, plays defensive end for Youngstown State. I hadn't seen Champ in the chat room for a minute. Plays DN for Youngstown State. They played in the national championship game this Saturday against JMU, and JMU just too strong. Derek did have a sack where he ran totally across the field and body slammed the quarterback, with that like 4.7 speed. He missed another sack where he hit the dude, and the dude kind of like spun and got out of it. I think he finished the year with 16.5 sacks. So double-digit sacks, invite to the East-West Shrine game, invite to the North-South game, the Senior Bowl, as well as already got his invite to the Combine. Y'all pray for Derek Rivers. You need to get that money. You need to get that money. And he's right on the cusp of getting that money. That's right. That's right. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Let me read this quick one little message in the chat room before I get to the Lions and Seahawks. This comes from the number one Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey. I haven't even started talking about the Giants and Packers yet, and he already in the chat room. Vern from Jersey says, T-Dub, don't start with me. Just bring your cowgirl ass to my show at 4:30. Look here, Jack. You can't sell no wolf tickets up in this chat room. Your team lost. It don't work like that, bruh. Now listen, I know you old school. I know you about 67, 87 years old. But your team lost, the team that you bragged about all year long. You can't come in here threatening nobody, talk about turn to my show at 4:30, your cowgirl ass. Your team is out. Now, I'm not playing with you today, Vern. Matter of fact, you know what I'm doing. This is early for the show. Let me nominate Vern for some ball penis. Hold on a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You know it don't work like that, Vern. There go my little list right here. Loose neck Cy already on the list. And let's just put Vern on there just because I know he's going to be ornery all day. If you're new to the show, Vern from Jersey is a big New York Giants fan, and he talked cash-ish all year long, and they lost this weekend, and he's still talking trash. There's a certain protocol to trash talking by sports fans, Vern, and I think that you're overstepping the line, man. I mean, your team lost. You pretty much, the way the code works is your team loses, that you shut up. You don't say nothing, okay? And you can't come in here threatening people and listen to my show. What you gonna do on your show? Huh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So Vern has he's a great guy. I'm just teasing around, kind of, sort of. Vern has a show on Spreaker.com, and I guess he's gonna have a show today. And I'm trying to understand, what are you gonna do? Like what? I mean, what? That's some type of hollow threat? Ain't nobody scared of you or your Giants. You can get out of here with that, Jack. Lions, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls balled out of control this weekend. He rushed for a franchise playoff record, 161 yards. Ball award to him. Yeah. Paul Richardson made one of the catches of the year for his first career postseason touchdown. The Seahawks beat the Lions 26-6 on Saturday. In the NFC wildcard game. Seattle won its 10th straight home playoff game. Ball award to the Seattle Seahawks. 10 straight home playoff game. Yeah, and it also is continuing Detroit's miserable conclusion to the season that finished with 4 straight losses. God, they backed into the playoffs, man. Detroit's long playoff history without a postseason victory continued. No playoff win since 1992. No road playoff win. They mentioned this a lot of times yesterday as well. Since 1957. Damn! That's crazy, man. They haven't had a road playoff victory since 1957. Seattle was 4 of 11 on fourth downs during the regular season, but got 2 big conversions on its first touchdown drive. Up next, obviously, the Lions, man, their season is done after going once again, or losing the last 4 games of the year in a row. Seattle, the Seahawks, once again, they get on the road. They come to ATL Ho, and take on the Atlanta Falcons, man, at the Georgia Dome next week, Saturday. That's going to be big. We'll talk about the matchups from next week in a second. Now, if you didn't know any better, man, you think the Thomas Rawls kid was kind of like, Marshawn Lynch just in a different jersey with a different name on his back, because he beasted out of control this weekend. And the Seahawks, they look good, but it was against the Detroit Lions, man. The Lions really struggled at the last part of the season, as we just talked about, losing 4 games in a row, so it just wasn't meant to be. The Seahawks, though, and Pete Carroll, I mean, they're going to be a tough out. Once again, the spread is already out 4.5, Falcons minus 4.5. But I tell you what, man, the Seahawks, and I said this many, many times before the playoffs even started this past weekend, there's like 5 teams in the NFC that I think could win it all. Okay, one of those teams was the Seattle Seahawks. The other was the Atlanta Falcons, the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, who we'll talk about here in a second, look phenomenal this weekend as well. So it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be a coin toss, man. But the Seahawks get it done. They make it to the divisional round. Once again, Pete Carroll continues to ball out of control. Ball award to him and the great job that he's done with that organization. For people, like for real young people that have just seen dominance by the Seattle Seahawks and consistency by the Seattle Seahawks over the last couple of years, the Seahawks weren't like that when I was growing up. The Seahawks were always one of those teams, kind of like middle of the road, like 7-9 usually. 8-8 on a good year, 9-7. They were always middle of the road. They weren't really bad. I never really thought of the Seahawks as a doormat team, even back in the day when Jim Zorn was the quarterback and Kurt Warner, the other Kurt Warner, played running back for them. They were always kind of like average, middle of the road. But now, man, Pete Carroll's got them cats cooking, man. They are cooking with Crisco. Ball award to them. They come to ATL this weekend, though. Yeah. They come to ATL this weekend. It's going to be crazy at the Georgia Dome. Going to be real crazy. Falcons, Seahawks. We'll break it down a little bit later, man. And what you need to look forward to. Yeah. Speaking of which, when we get back from the break, more recap from this weekend in the NFL. Game number 3, Sunday, the early game, Dolphins against the Steelers. And I talked about it ad nauseum on Facebook this weekend, man. That Le'Veon Bell, man, unbelievable. I ain't never seen nobody like that. Yeah. We're going to talk about Le'Veon Bell when we get back from the break, man. I ain't never seen a ninja run a football like that in my life. I mean, literally. Not figuratively, but literally, I've never seen anybody run the football like this dude. We'll talk about them when we get back. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday.